class today. So, hello everybody and welcome to week 16 of the C1 course. We are looking at the final class of Unit 4. In Unit 4, we've been looking at places, travel, holidays, and we've been talking about our experiences traveling. What we're going to do is we're going to finish this unit. Remember, we have class every Friday at 11 o'clock and also at 7 o'clock. These classes are recorded so that you can review them later. What we're going to do today is look at the phrase, do you agree with me? I want you, please, to stop saying, do you agree with me? We don't use, do you agree with me? Because it is formal. And the other reason is people use, are you agree with me? Are you agree with me? No existe, ¿vale? No podemos decirlo y los nativos no lo entienden. Are you agree with me? I am agree. I am disagree. It doesn't make sense. We use, do you agree with me? In a formal context, but not with your friends, not with your family. Instead of, do you agree with me? I want you to use, do we see eye to eye? Do you get my gist? Are we on the same page? Do you feel me? Are we on the same wavelength? You can also say, what do you think? What do you reckon? Hay muchas formas de decirlo. La clave es no siempre decir, do you agree with me? De hecho, en la interacción, yo diría en el examen de C1 que no lo digas, que evítalo, porque siempre te vas a poner nervioso y vas a decir, are you agree with me? So don't use the term. Simplemente cambia y sabes que no lo vas a decir mal. We learn them as fixed phrases, las aprendemos en blanco o comodines y ya está, las sacamos cuando las necesitamos. So, do you agree with me? No. Do we see eye to eye? Do you get my gist? Are we on the same page? Do you feel me? Are we on the same wavelength? I would like you to use these different forms. So what should we be doing? We need to practice this using speaking. When we are interacting and speaking, we should be doing an interaction and forming these types of phrases. So, what we are going to do is discuss the questions. ¿Cómo lo vamos a hacer? Una hace la pregunta, la otra persona responde. La persona que responde pregunta si la otra persona está de acuerdo y le contestamos. So it is a full interaction. For example, I ask Iris, have you ever lived abroad? Iris will answer, yes, I have. I have lived in Ireland. I lived in Ireland for 2 years and I had a fantastic experience. I think living abroad is a good idea. How do you see it? Me lo vuelve a pasar y yo contesto. Yes, I agree. Okay, or yes, I see your point. I would say living abroad is a really great experience to broaden your horizons, to open your mind. Frase, broaden your horizons. Open your mind. Okay? So, Lana, you will begin with the question. Iris responds and asks if you agree. Iris, you do question 2. Clara responds. She asks, do you agree? But how do you see it? What do you think? What do you reckon? And you respond. Okay? So, Clara, would you please begin?
Okay. Iris, have you ever lived abroad?
Yeah, I was living in Ireland for 4 years, three more or less, and that's all. What do you know? A ver, está preguntando que si he vivido alrededor del, o sea, que si he vivido fuera.
Sí.
Pero claro, que está de acuerdo de qué.
No, porque tú tienes que decir lo que opinas sobre ello.
Ah, vale.
Y luego preguntas si está de acuerdo contigo. Claro, hay que utilizar un poco de imaginación. Sí.
Yes, I was living in Ireland. I was living there 3 years, more or less. And the I think that the worst thing that live abroad is be far from your family. So what do you think about
Yes,
the disadvantages about it?
yeah, I can see your point. In my experience, I have never lived abroad. I always live in Madrid. So, for example, my family now are living in abroad or in Toledo, so I can feel this type of experience of living away or far away from your family.
Yes, but seguimos, ¿no? Con la siguiente.
Sí.
O sea, que todo sea una conversación, ¿vale? Where would you like to live?
Now I would like to live or in Italy or in Dubai. Maybe in 1 month I will go abroad. I don't know where exactly, but maybe in Dubai. So I will try this experience.
Yeah.
Um, do you feel me?
Yes, on one hand, yes, I feel like you, but the problem is that I think that I was living abroad a lot of time. So now I would like to live in Spain. If I get a job, I will live here. If not, I had to back to Ireland again. So depends of the situation. What would make you want to move abroad?
Sorry, I think this is my turn to formulate the question, no?
It
Yes.
is.
Okay. What would make you want to move abroad? Iris?
O sea, sería qué querría yo si me muevo,
Yep.
si me voy fuera.
So what would you do what would make you want to move abroad? ¿Qué te haría querer como ir fuera, vivir fuera? ¿Irías por amor? ¿Irías por trabajo? ¿Por estudio? ¿Por qué?
I think in my situation, the just thing that I can want to move abroad is for job. Just for because I think that here in my job is difficult to find. So I would like to go there. The problem when you are going abroad is that, for example, in my situation, if I back to Ireland, it's so expensive for do a life for myself. You know, I had to share flats. I had to live with more people. So I think that before I didn't mind because I was younger, but now I want a house for me and do a family and something like this. So I think that it is a problem abroad when you are going to more expensive countries. Do you think the same?
Yes, I can understand you. It depends of the type of your job. What's your job? Sorry.
Teacher.
Teacher. Okay. So maybe most of the people that move to England, maybe they teach Spanish to England people.
English.
But
yeah.
depend of the job and the I understand you.
Me toca, ¿no?
Mm-hmm.
Would you move abroad for a job?
Yes, I would move abroad for a job, I would like to do this because in the past I've never have this experience, and I would like never to regret about this. So yes, I would like to do and move. Yeah.
Good. So to have regrets is a good way of saying this. You regret something, or have regrets as a noun would be a good way to express it. Okay. Good.
Mhm.
Final
Thank you.
question then. Is it
Yeah, it is. Will you ever move abroad for love?
No, I have never moved abroad for love.
would
It's-
you ever move abroad for love? Would you ever?
In the hypothetical case.
Yes, it's not have you ever. It's would you ever?
No, I have never moved abroad for love, but if in some case I had to do it, maybe no. I hope that no another country, but yes, another city in Spain. Depends on my job, and depends on a lot of things. Now I'm single, so I don't know, but I think that if you had to move for love is something normal nowadays. What do you think?
Depends, because now most of the people have their stability in their cities. So maybe for in my case, for move abroad for love, it will be very, very serious, and not just mm, it would be some serious, and also I would have a job in there or this city or
Yeah.
country. I don't know, not just for love in my case. And it is the last question. It is hard to live abroad long term.
A largo
Long term,
plazo. A
¿no?
largo plazo. Long term.
Es duro vivir
No, no.
abroad.
A largo plazo, en plan, más de un año. Si vives mediante como yo, por ejemplo, aquí que llevo 15 años.
Yes, I think that it is hard. It depends of your situation, and if you are good there, it's not hard. So depends of the situation. For example, I was telling before that if you are going to change to your country for love, and or maybe for work, for job, and if you are good, it's okay, like I don't know, my experience was a little bit hard sometimes, but the most of the time was good.
The majority
So
of the time. Yeah.
I think depends of your situation. Do you feel me?
Yes. Like I say before, I never live abroad, but maybe if I move in future, it will be for maybe maximum 6 months, not one, not years, because the weather is important for me, the long distance away from my family, and the meals are so different. So maybe I can try the experience for
Exactly.
maximum 6 months.
The cuisine, the type of food,
The
of course.
cuisine.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely influences. Yeah. Okay. Good. What we're going to do is we are going to stop there. Faltaba la parte de do you agree, pero no pasa nada. Let's see then. We are going to move on to the next part of the class. We need to be careful with something at level C1. We need to be very careful with the use of on the other hand. This is something we review at level B2, but in a superficial way, ¿ok? Es una cosa que empiezo a mirar en el nivel B2, pero que de forma superficial, ¿vale? Pero es una cosa que tenemos que tener en cuenta. On the other hand,
On the
is
other hand.
not a C1 level phrase. Yeah, on the other hand, no had. Eso es una pequeña errata. Hand. On the other hand. H-A-N-D. Hand. Do not use on the other hand for level C1. Es que en las redacciones lo vemos un montón. On the one hand, on the other hand. No es de nivel C1. B2 se puede utilizar, pero en nivel C1 la gente va a mirarlo en plan, no es la mejor forma de decirlo. This is because on the one hand, on the other hand go together. The other reason is that on the other hand has three meanings. You could use it for contrast. So instead of saying but, however, whereas, we can say on the other hand, or we can use it to say secondly, like the next thing, secondly. And we can also use it to say in another way, otherwise, de otro modo. However, we normally use other phrases for this. Instead of on the other hand, we usually use alternatively, having said that, in spite of that, on the flip side, on the other side of the argument. Así que en vez de on the other hand, para mostrar contraste, utilizamos otras frases. Tenemos una lista de estas. Coge 3, 4, 5 que os parecen interesantes y las utilizáis. No debéis utilizar on the other hand. Dime.
Pero o sea, una, dos, o tres o cuatro de contras, 3 o 4 de secondly.
Exactamente, exactamente.
No.
3 o 4 de cada. Lo que no quieres hacer es simplemente repetir on the other hand, on the other hand, on the other hand. Es que no es nivel C1. Si dices una vez, vale. Pero si lo repites, dices, madre mía, on the other hand, otra vez. Es que los examinadores al final lo cogen manía, porque lo oyen siempre. Así que hay que tener cuidado. Lo otro es que mucha gente dice in the other hand. In the other hand no existe. Eso es literalmente in the other hand. Tengo un boli, ¿ya? We don't use in the other hand. Utilicen las otras frases. A mí me gusta mucho. Alternatively. Alternatively. Me gusta porque suena como cantando. Es muy bonito. Having said that. Dicho esto. In spite of that. A pesar de esto. On the flip side. It's quite informal, but I like it. Try to use other phrases. En la parte de secondly, me gusta mucho above all, besides, or what is more. What is more me encanta. What is more aparece mucho en el use of English, la parte 2 de rellenar huecos, pero también lo utilizamos mucho para esto. Now, otherwise, de otro modo, lo más normal en esto es utilizar otherwise. Decimos otherwise más que nada. Pero también puedes decir in another way, variably, conflictingly. Son adverbios.
Vale, o sea que tú dices ahora mismo por una parte tal, pero por otra, o sea, y aquí puedes decir.
I would say firstly, having said that, Or you can say, on the one hand, that said,
Vale.
I just wouldn't use on the one hand, on the other hand. Es perfectamente válido. Estoy diciendo que es válido, pero es demasiado básico para el examen de CEU.
Vale.
Ya está.
Sí, claro.
Porque un 99% de los candidatos lo escriben. Y la gente corrigiendo redacciones dice, madre mía, otra vez on the one hand, on the other hand. Entre el 50% que lo hacen mal y dicen in the one hand, y los otros que lo utilizan dicen, madre mía, que lo he leído 50 veces hoy. ¿Vale? Y hay otras formas de decirlo. Eso es para sobresalir. ¿Vale?
Vale.
Okay. What we are actually going to do is we are going to discuss and we are going to focus on contrast. I would like you, please, to use alternatively, having said that, On the flip side, in spite of that, to show contrast, what we are going to do is discuss. I would like you please to speak about what are the drawbacks of moving abroad permanently. Iris, what are drawbacks?
Mm,
Lo hago aposta para que digas la palabra que no te gusta decir.
advantages.
Advantages, disadvantages.
Disadvantages.
Exactly. Drawbacks are disadvantages.
Drawbacks. Yes. Okay.
Downsides, negatives, the negative things. Estamos centrando en lo negativo, lo malo. So what are the drawbacks of moving abroad permanently? De forma permanente, ¿vale? So we need to discuss what do you think are the disadvantages, all right?
All right. Okay, I think that the disadvantages about the friend and family is that you are so far from there.
Yeah.
No, from there. So you miss them a lot, and I know that you have other family there, but your family and your friends for all the life they are. So it's difficult, this part. Are you thinking the same?
Yes. Also, you can feel lonely. You have to make new friends in the new city. You can start again to to meet new people.
Yeah.
And
Question. Yeah.
yeah. In contrast, language and culture, yeah, depends of where you go. Language in general, English, you have to speak, and but depends if it's in another city or a different country in Europe or America or Australia, but in general, you have to learn English or the basic English. And yeah, culture is another drawbacks. Do you feel me, Iris?
Yes, I think like you, because I think that the disadvantages for the language is that you can't communicate in the same way that you are going here. And the culture, I think that you can learn the culture there step by step. If you are living there, you can learn it quickly. So I think that is less disadvantages than the language. About the distance, I think that is more or less the same thing that friend and family, because you have a distance and no normal distance from your family and your friends. So when you have to come to your house for a weekend, for example, if you are far, you can't. If you are close, it's okay, but you spend all the weekend or you have to spend 1 week for come. So this is a little bit difficult thing. What do you reckon?
Yes, totally. Yeah, because the just distance doesn't significant enough. Is nothing distance, but obviously depends what are you compare is to family or going to any place. Yeah, and in contrast, we have the work opportunities. Work opportunities is an advantage, not for me it's not a drawbacks or a disadvantage, because if you move abroad for work, is because you will find a work opportunity. So if if you move abroad not for work and just for living a new experience, is you have to find work, and maybe it's not the work of your dreams, and you have to work a lot for 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 little money. Yeah, maybe this is drawbacks. Do you feel me, Iris?
Yes, more or less, because if you want to go abroad permanently, it is because you know that you will have a job there.
Mhm.
So I think that is a good thing for 10.
Mhm.
No te oigo.
No, I didn't see
Vale,
nothing.
vaya, si era como mal. Vale.
No.
Okay, don't worry. Now you have 1 minute to decide what is the worst downside and why. Lo peor, lo peor. Which is the worst?
For me, the worst thing is the distance that you have between you and your families and friends. Is the worst thing that moving abroad permanently. Because, for example, if you later have a family or something, you have to bring here the children, or I think that this is the worst thing. Do you feel me, Clara?
Yeah, for me the same, the friends and family. Additionally, the weather, I think that is an important thing. If you live in a city that always you have 40 degrees, you have to go to a city that has 5 degrees generally. It can be difficult. It's the same for the contrario.
The
It's the same
opposite.
vice versa.
The
Yeah,
opposite.
sí, sorry.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
same
don't worry.
opposite.
Good. Okay, let's stop there. Good. Now, this actually brought up something we're going to see in the next topic. The next topic, we will talk about work, and we need to know the difference between work and job. A job is something countable, a job. So maybe it is not the job of your dreams. You could say, I have 3 jobs. I have 2 jobs. Jobs. You don't want to use work as something countable. A work does not exist. I have work to do, but I have a job. A job. Okay? Work cannot be countable. You can say a task, una tarea, yeah, but not a work. Okay? Fantastic. So, what we're going to do is move on to the discussion questions. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I would like you, please, to discuss together. So, speak together about it. So, ladies, would you please discuss? Are you up for living abroad in the future? Are you up for is an informal way to say, do you want? Are you up for? Do you want?
Do you want to start, Clara?
And, where you want, no problem. Yeah, I can start. So, are you up for living abroad, Iris?
Vale.
No, perdón. No, okay.
No, que empieza, no te preocupes.
Vale.
Yes, I think that I'm ready for living abroad again because I love it. I was a good experience, so I think that I would like to live again abroad. Vale, voy a usar eso. Having said that, because I had a good experience. Es que lo ven, no sé usar what is more.
What is more? It's más. What is more? I want to go to Japan in the future.
What is more? Vale, no quería decir eso. No. I would like to come back there, but I had to think about if I want future there or not. So it's a difficult thing that I have in my mind. So, and you, are you up for living abroad?
Yeah, why not? I would like to try having this experience. So yes, why not? Okay, so next question for me. Moving is not for everyone. Why is that? Depends of your type of mind. If you have a closed mind, it's not the best decision move abroad. But I think that I for example, I traveled a lot in my life, so I think it's very very similar, and because it's similar just because you have to open your mind for understanding other cultures, see new people, new type of living in the world, because your culture is not just the one in the world. So yes, you have to. But responding this question depends of your mind. This is why it's
Your
not for everyone.
mindset. Yeah, it depends on your
Your
mindset.
mindset.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
mentality. Mindset.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay,
Yeah.
let's take a look at the next question. Some people hate spending time with people from different cultures. Why is that?
I don't know, but like, o sea, alguna gente odia. Ah, qué bien.
Se odia pasar tiempo con gente de otras
yeah.
culturas, o sea, con extranjeros. Yeah.
I think like Clara that if you have your mindset so close, maybe you can't have a relationship with another cultures because you don't understand why they are living like this or why they don't eat meat or something like this. So if you don't respetar,
Respect.
if
La
you don't
fe.
respect, lo iba a decir así, digo, pero es muy obvio.
Yeah, respect.
Respect. If you don't respect to the rest of the people and them cultures, you want to be good abroad, living abroad. Why? I don't know why. Because the people think that their things are the best and not the other things.
So they are closed-minded or narrow-minded. Estrecho de miras, narrow-minded.
A ver, ¿qué es eso?
Yeah. Be very careful with respect. We do not say respect to someone. We say respect someone. Sin to.
Okay.
If you don't respect other people, then you are a very narrow-minded person, for example. Okay, next one. And it's a good question. Simple, but it's a really good one. Is it easy to live abroad?
I can't answer this question because I don't know. In my case,
We should speak
I think
hypothetically. Hypothetically, I think if I lived abroad, I would miss my family because blah, 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 for example. So,
okay, if I will live abroad, I will miss very very my family, also the cuisine, like as I say before, and my routine, my my routine, the weather, if it's in the hot weather in Madrid.
in the heat in Madrid, yeah, the heat, el calor.
The heat, okay.
Yeah.
The heat at the no rain in Madrid.
Okay.
Do you see my point, Iris?
Yeah.
Mm, it's not easy. I know it because you have to looking for your own job, your own house, your own relationship. So firstly it's a little bit difficult because you are in another country and you are a little bit lost. But later when you get everything, you feel so good with yourself. So it's easy. Firstly, no. Later, sometimes yes, sometimes no. It depends on the situation that you have, I think.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, good. And it depends on the individual person. Of course it does. Now,
Yeah.
final question. What attracts you to the prospect of moving overseas? So what attracts you to the idea of going abroad, living abroad? What makes you think, oh yeah, I would like to do that?
¿Qué te atrae, no? De moverte fuera.
Sí, de ese fuera a vivir. Yeah.
In my situation that I attracted before when I went abroad was learning a language that you can communicate with half of the world. So I think that this is so important, and you can you can know how things the rest of the people and don't have your culture or your habits. So this is so interesting. I think that more than the language, I went for the language, for learning the language, but I think that the best thing that I lived there was meet people with different things, different situations, different cultures, habits. That was so attractive. Are you accord with me?
Mhm.
Clara?
Yeah. Yes. For me, yeah, it's more the same. I would like move abroad for also for force myself to speak English every day because I don't have any alternatives because the people there can't sorry don't speak Spanish. Also, another thing is for earn a lot of more money in a new job compared there here in Spain. Finally, is for test myself, test and my test myself.
Mhm. Good. So obviously to earn a higher salary would attract you to that. You should use the phrase appeal to. What appeals to me about moving abroad is, you could say what you think it is. You could say, finding a better job appeals to me. Learning English appeals to me. Meaning it attracts me to the prospect. Okay? Good. So let's move on to the next part. What have we learned today? We have learned that we can use on the other hand for three different reasons. We use it for contrast, to say secondly, and also to say otherwise. Review it. If you want the PDF, send me a WhatsApp and I will send you where to find this. What we also have is how can we maintain an effective conversation about being abroad? We need to use questioning and we need to talk about agreement and disagreement. Now, how can we use agreement and disagreement to balance a conversation? To balance. You find a balance using agree, disagree in different ways because we show the good things and the bad things. And we basically say what we agree with and not. Okay? So if that is it, we're actually finished. Here you have my contact details. Do you have any questions?
No, at the moment, no.
Okay.
Not
If
yet.
you
No.
have any questions, any doubts, just let me know. Send me to this contact and I will help you. Clara, are you in the new platform? I don't think you are. In the
No,
new-
not yet.
Okay. Send
No,
me
no, I have to.
send me your email address and I will put you into the new platform. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Okay.
Thank
I'll
you,
speak to you
Mark.
soon.
Have a
Okay,
lovely
bye-bye.
weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, bye-bye.